All right, so we're going to do the 10th person of the 10 people who influenced me from not considering veganism to actually being a vegan. And this 10th person is Tony Robbins. Basically, when I was reading Giant Within, I saw some allusions to diet here and there. And he kept just saying, if you read my book, Unlimited Power, but he never really went into it. But eventually I got his older book, Unlimited Power, and like chapter 11 or something, pretty much all has to do with diet. It's like a diet of excellence to create energy and help you achieve the things you want to achieve as a person of excellence. And his went way more extreme than just veganism, and I don't even know if I could pull something off like that. I think maybe that isn't for everyone. Maybe him as a really large man who had weight issues when he was younger. He's a big guy. He's like an endomorph. He can put on weight easy and not lose it easy. But since he has the drive and energy and willpower to make himself the person he wants to be, he plugged into that and basically works out and made himself into a big, strong, in shape guy full of energy that could go around the world motivating people and helping people change their lives for the better. But his diet seemed like it would be a little bit lacking in energy for, like, not energy, but like calories. Like, gosh, fruit has like almost no calories. I mean, if you eat enough. But anyway, like, after I read that chapter, I was thinking on how much conflicting dietary advice there is, and how everybody says such and such is bad for you, or everyone says such and such is good for you, and it might be the same thing sometimes, and no one seems to agree, and everybody like is all super good at using words and being persuasive, and it just leaves you confused and bewildered. And so I was like, okay, so screw all these words. I'm tired of them. Everybody's just saying them, and I don't know who to believe. Who actually looks like they know what they're talking about based off what their body can do? And I was thinking that young people have the gift of youth. So you can't really use them as examples, because if you're young and athletic, you can do pretty much anything and you look good. So who's gone into their later years and still seems to be performing to be amazing? And you know, Tony Robbins was one example, because in general, large people seem to fall apart quicker. It's not like a rule, but I just noticed that large people break down faster and die earlier and everything. And Tony Robbins is 6'7", and he's, I think, 15 years older than me. I'm not 100% certain, but that would make him like 55, 56 now. And he's still looking really good and has a lot of energy. And so he might have like some idea what he's talking about. Then Dr. Schultz, he's old and looking good and seems like he knows what he's talking about. And then the most famous fitness guy of all from back in the day, Jack LaLanne. Now, he wasn't 100% vegan. I think he was like pescatarian probably. He when he was younger, he said he had like milk and meat because that's what they told him. But as time went on, he just had lots and lots of fruits and vegetables. And then he would like have some healthy whole grains and some fish here and there. So then I was thinking about the book I read, Healthy at 100. And I don't think any of them were actually vegan, but most of them had a lot of fruits and vegetables. And like at Okinawa, they were catching their own fish like off the shore and basically growing their gardens and stuff. And so there was a lot of fruits and vegetables involved. And so I was like, it may not be pointing to veganism, but it's definitely pointing to a lot of fruits and vegetables. And if you're a vegan, you're obviously gonna tend to get more fresh fruits and vegetables because you'll be able to have more windows open in your meals to put the fruits and vegetables, since it's not all filled up with all this calorically dense meat and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what tipped the scales again. And I was frustrated because you watch all these channels and they make it seem like it's such a no-brainer and so logical and that it's just good for you, but every time I went vegetarian, I crashed and burned and got all weak and started getting sick, and I hated it. I mean, basically I did what the Hodge twins did. But I really wanted to do it this time, and Tony Robbins was basically the 10th influence that got me back in the mood. And I guess I've kind of done videos on how I crashed and burned and then pulled up. Maybe I'll try to do a better one down the road, but that was the 10 influences. And in hindsight, it seems pretty ridiculous that it took that much to get me to do something so simple. But at the time, to me, it didn't seem like something simple because I loved meat so much and it was working so well for me. I wasn't one of these people that was sickly or struggling with weight issues or anything. I was in great shape. I was strong. I had a lot of energy. I was thriving. So I was doing what worked, and I wasn't very motivated to change. Like, meat tasted good. My life was going good. I didn't like the thought of animals dying, but I just thought that was the way of nature. I was unaware of a lot of the cruelty and environmental impact and stuff. So yeah, and when I made the switch this last time and started studying stuff, then I became aware of all that. So anyway, those are the 10 people that influenced my change.